not good to go in her phone until she gives you permission. If she doesn't want to give you permission, know that something is fishy. Okay, that's one way of knowing that your girl, your boy, your man, or your wife is cheating on you, right? When you see some signs, make some moves, man, because you don't want to regret later when you see your other boy busy pushing with the person that could have been your what? Your woman, right? So you watching Love Bites. Welcome to Love Bites. This is Love Bites, alright? This is Love Bites. It's your boy here, and I'm not gonna be wasting any time in today's video. We're gonna be answering a whole lot of questions. If you're new here and then you're watching this video, please consider subscribing, because there's a whole lot of content that's coming on the way that will help you spice up your love life or any kind of a relationship, whether it's business, it's your love life. This is a channel for you. So first question first, how do you tell if a girl loves you or not? So if you are in a relationship with a person, or you are entering into a relationship with any kind of a individual, there are some things that you need to actually look at and observe and check if they actually giving you a good indication that the other person is really into you, or they just giving you indication that you need to pull back from whatever that you're attempting, right? So first of all, let's talk about communication. So if you are engaging or maybe initiating a conversation with your partner or the person that you think that they are into you, if you initiating a conversation and they're not actually putting an effort to progress that conversation, just know that like they might be pulling back, and you need to actually just fix it. If it's an interesting conversation for them, they will actually put a little bit of effort to make the conversation flow. I mean, like, yeah, we know as guys we need to in any situations, whether it's a first date or if it's a second date, right? So, or maybe if it's on text, we literally need to be the ones who are actually pushing the conversation. But ladies also need to show a little bit of effort, right? So if she's not showing an effort in terms of conversing, in terms of suggesting things, so you need to take that as a note that what, she might be busy or not liking you, right? So she might be into someone else, and then if that's the case, you might need to up your game a little bit or just look for another person, right? If you feel it, go with your instinct. If you feel that she's cheating, just go with your instinct, man. She's probably cheating, or you're just overrating. But I'm gonna give you like a tip. Do a couple of things, right? So don't get into the habit of asking for her phone, because most of the time these things, they do happen on the phone. The best way that I think you can go about doing that is actually just randomizing it, like out of the blue. Maybe you guys are having some great time together, like maybe chilling on a couch, or maybe you're watching TV and stuff like that. Just be like, yo babe, can I check your phone? Just pull that. I mean, like, if she gives you a weird reaction, and if she start being aggressive about that, just know that, bruh, she's cheating. But if she's cool about it, it's fine. Like, you might not even want to see the phone, but the important part of this is to actually see like her reaction or his reaction. If you spot any funny or any weird or any like awkward change of the atmosphere in that room or in that space at the point where you're requesting his or her phone, just know that something is fishy. And if it's fishy, you might as well just say, what, let's just do it. I want to see your phone. And then if she doesn't want to give you a phone, just know that, bruh, she has something that she's hiding, and she will do whatever that it takes to convince you. And if you have a soft spot for her, you'll actually just feel like you did something wrong, but man, you will just die inside, because your feelings and your instinct will be telling you that like she's cheating on you, but your other side of your heart is telling you that, man, what you did is wrong. But hey, man, it's not good to go in her phone until she gives you permission. If she doesn't want to give you permission, know that something is fishy. Okay, that's one way of knowing that your girl, your boy, your man, or your wife is cheating on you, right? When your woman comes back from work tired, most of the time, know that like she might be a hard worker, she might be having a rough month at work, or there is someone who's actually making her tired during work or after work. So when she gets home, she's tired and she's not giving you the attention that you need, and she's not willing to participate in what you're used to participate in most of the time when she's at home, right? So if she's starting to give you attitude, she comes back home late and tired, and she doesn't engage in good conversations with you. Just know that, bruh, there's someone out there who's gonna take your place, or there's someone out there who's giving her what she really wants in this thing we call relationships, right? So if you are the one causing the whole situation, try to fix it as early as possible. But if you don't know, like, if you're clueless as to what's really happening, just know that, like, she might, or he might be cheating on you. Right, so how do you tell if a girl is into you, right? So girls are so weird. So this is how you tell if a girl is into you. It's like, whenever you meet her, if she's acting a little bit funny or awkward, or if she's tripping a lot, like, if you're giving her eye contact and stuff like that, and she's actually trying to look away, or maybe giving you some, she might be a shy person. Don't get it wrong, you need to be able to distinguish between a shy person, a friendly person, and someone who's really into you. Because if you mix those signs, you might literally just ruin a friendship that because you thought the other person wanted more. But if you want more in any kind of a situation, you need to make it a point that the next person know that, what, you want more than what's really happening. And then if you do that in the proper way and early as possible, the chances are you'll end up getting the person. The chances are you end up getting the person or losing the person. Either way, you have to make your move, man. If you make your move, you will never regret. If she says, I'm not into you, or if she says, I'm into you, I mean, worst case scenario would be her saying, you know what, bro, I only liked you as a friend. I mean, at least you gave it a shot, right? But if you don't give it a shot and not say anything at all, you don't want to be in that position. Of course, later on, she'll be like, bro, I was into you, but you took your time. So you have to, when you see some signs, make some moves, man, because you don't want to regret later when you see your other boy busy pushing with the person that could have been your woman, right? So yeah, why most girls in this day and age go for money than relationships? I mean, like, I don't really believe that, like, relationships have to be based on what a guy has or what a woman has. I believe that relationship needs to be based on, like, a mutual understanding and a mutual, like, yeah, it has to be mutual. Like, both of you all need to understand that, like, we both in this, it's not going to be perfect, but we both of us will actually just make it work, right? So if you are both committed in doing that, then it will be probably the best relationship. But if if she's there for the money, I don't blame her, because, like, women are very entrepreneurial. That's what I like about them, is that, like, they look for good investment. If you're a broke dude, you most likely not gonna get the woman that you want, like, the pretty woman. Hence, I always say women, they make good investment decision than most men do, right? So a woman can see potential in a man, and if she does see potential, she will stick around, because she knows that, like, you're gonna take care of her, you're gonna take care of the kids, you're gonna take care of most of the things in the house. Hence, I'm saying women are good in, like, they see good investment opportunities, because they, in most cases, they go for men whom will give them better return in future, in terms of supporting them, supporting the kids, making sure that everything is taken care in the household, especially financially. Because if you're a guy and you get broke, that's where you see the true colors of a woman, right? So yeah, some things, if you do them at an early stage of a relationship or at an early stage of trying to get a woman or a girl, they might make you look like, you're trying to impress. Never impress. Be a bad boy if you're a bad boy. Be a cool dude if you're a cool dude. Just be yourself. Because if you be yourself in the first stages of a relationship, then the other person understand who she or he is dealing with, right? So, because you don't want to change in the middle of the whole thing, it's gonna be a big turn off. So you need to be consistent, and the only way you're gonna be consistent in any kind of relationship is to start on the right foot, on the right foot, on the right feet, whatever it is. Just be yourself. If you do that, if you can do that proper, man, she will like you or he will like you for the true person you are. Why most women will prefer a man who's not working than a man who's a workaholic, right? So we need to understand, like, women, they love, they call it, what is it, affection or what? If that's affection, that's what they love. They love feeling loved, right? If I can put it like that. So if your woman is feeling that you're giving her attention, you're giving her most of the time, right, especially in the first couple of stages, then she will appreciate that, right? That will make her feel a sense of security in terms of, okay, this guy is only focusing on me, right? Not really only because we have stuff to work on, but she will have that bit of surety that, you know what, this guy's giving me attention that I need. I know anytime I want to speak with him, I will be able to, like, get hold of him. This is Love Bites, right? This is Love Bites. Why would a woman cheat with your garden boy, right? So, I mean, this is so bad and it's so sad. But in most cases, if one of your kids is not looking like you but looking like the garden boy, just know that you were too busy in your life, right? So I don't know how would you feel about that, but we just need to avoid such things, because sometimes we're not there for women and stuff like that, and then it might be because of business, it might be because you want to make things happen, it might be because of other issues that we as men encounter, right? And then women, they sometimes get emotionally taken away by things. I mean, like, the garden boy is there most of the time. The garden boy is there to take care of the garden, take care of, like, little things in the house, like fixing the bulbs, painting the roof, doing the garden, like, showing the capability of a flexible machine, if I can put it like that. And then in most cases, women, they like that, and they end up being in positions or in situations whereby they just give it away, and you come home, and the next thing, after 9 months, boom, here is a baby boy or a baby girl. But having that said, make sure that, like, you give your lady enough time, and still keeping balance between her, your relationship, and your hustle, whether it's your work or whether it's your business, right? So you just need to keep a little bit of a balance, and then have open conversations and talk about things, because you know what, if there's problems in a relationship and you don't want to address, well, you might find yourself addressing them in the worst case scenario, right? So the earlier you talk about other things, the earlier you actually communicate about what's happening in your relationship, the better. Because when if you guys are feeling comfortable about that, then you're avoiding problems, right? So, but if every time she raises a point and you're just flagging it, right, just know that you will be surprised 9 or 12 months later on, when the baby girl or the baby boy is looking like your garden boy. Let me tell you a secret. One way to get a girl, I mean, this might not be applying to every single girl, but most girls, for most girls, this will apply to. So if you want to make a girl to actually, be crazy about you, like if you really want to make her want you more, it's the same concept as supply and demand, right? So you need to be a little bit scarce. right? So you don't need to be in her face most of the time, right? You need to make yourself a demandable commodity. Like, you need to show value and don't always be there. I mean, it's very weird that I say don't be there for a woman most of the time, right? Because if you're always there, man, she doesn't miss you not being there. So if you're always there, it's like, okay, he's always there. But she forgets. She will end up forgetting what it feels not having you there. Right. So sorry. So you need to be able to balance that. No, don't always be there for your woman, because if you always be there for your woman, she will miss how it feels when you're not there. Right. So she will take that for granted if you're always there. Don't always be there for your woman. Be there, but sometimes you need to not be there intentionally so that she can then realize how important you are, or how important your presence is in her life. Yeah, man. Be scarce, like a scarce commodity, But before you be scarce, you need to possess a little bit of value, man. Women, you gotta show them value, right? If you don't show them value, man, even if you disappear, they don't care, because they have nothing to be like, oh man, I miss this and this and this from that dude, right? Because you never created those kind of things. You need to create that. Give them value, man. If you give her value and she loves it, she will stick around, because she knows she can't get that value anywhere else. So yeah, man, why men shouldn't tear up or cry or show tears, any sense of vulnerability in a relationship. A lot of women, they will tell you this: no, man, I like to see my man vulnerable. Bro, never do that. That's a trap. If you become vulnerable in front of your woman, when she meets a stronger man, bruh, you are done. You're done. You're done, right? Because as much as they need that, don't give them that. They want you to be vulnerable so that, they can use that vulnerability, to make you feel weak when they're trying to control you as a man. I know I said that. Yeah, I said that. So even if she's like, no, man, it seems like you are unemotional and stuff like that. Yeah, you are. You're protecting yourself, not showing vulnerability in front of your lady. It's a very powerful thing that men needs to do. Never show vulnerability in front of your woman. If you want to tear up, if things are not going well, just go in your car or just go somewhere, tear up, and then come back. Never tear up in front of your lady. She will meet other men out there, and if they are stronger than you, bro, you are out, bro. Because she will be thinking, bro, if this dude is cheering up in front of me over these kind of things, I mean, he's not gonna cut the ice, man. He's not gonna make it through a whole lot of things in life. So unless you guys are like married for like 40 years, that's fine. But if you guys are still in your early stages and stuff like that, never tear up, never be vulnerable. Always be strong. Never share your deepest weakness with a woman. She will use that against you. Not in a bad way. I love women. I love them. But I'm saying that, like, we as men, we also need to understand what we need to share with them. We need to open up a little bit. Don't over open up on your lady, because she will use that against you, and you will feel like you have nothing to give into the relationship again, because you've opened up a whole lot. right? So now what's next? What's next for her to find out? What's next for her to, what's keeping her there? Because her job is done. She found that, like, no, you are a weeping guy, and you can't get, like, you're crying over her shoulder, whereby it has to be in reverse. Even though they want it, but never do, it has to be in reverse. A woman has to cry over your shoulder. You can't cry over your woman's shoulder. What kind of a man are you gonna be? Right? That's what she's gonna tell you when you get into an argument. She's gonna be like, bro, you always crying over my shoulder. What kind of a man are you? Right? So for you to avoid those kind of painful moments when you guys are in arguments, never, 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 never weep or never tear up. You can just a little, you can tear up a little, never tear up completely in front of your woman. You're gonna feel dumb when she's telling you straight in your eyes, straight in your face, that remember the day you were crying like a baby and I was there for you. Right? You don't want to put yourself in that situation. So never tear up in front of your woman. You can tear up in the bathroom, it's fine. Just never let her know your true weaknesses, because she will use that against you. The easiest way to convince a girl that you love her, let me show you this thing. The easiest way on a first date, if you do this, you're gonna get her weeping for you, man. Let me tell you this. Look straight in her eyes. Like, look straight in her eyes and tell her these 3 words. I hate you. Man, come on, what did I do here? Man, look at that, Senku. You are what did you do? Why did you even do that? Bruh. Yeah. How to tell a woman that you love her? Let me put it straight. How do you tell a girl or a woman that you love her? Step number 1, you look her in the face. Step number 2, you take a deep breath. I'm kidding. Step number 1, look her straight in the eyes and be like, baby, I love you. You see, just like that. No complications. Just like that. It's easy. Look her in the eyes and hold her by the hand and tell her straight, like you mean it. Just say, baby girl, or whoever her name is, you know what? I love you. I really love you. Don't say I mean it, because if you say I mean it, it simply says, like, you're not meaning it. Like, if you mean something, you won't say I mean it. Like, if you're not lying, you can't say I'm not lying to you. Don't say I'm not lying, because you're not lying. So why do you need to say I mean it? Don't say I mean it. Just say it straight. Like, babe, you know what? I've been wanting to tell you this. I really love you. Boom, just like that. No complications. No complications. That's how you tell a girl that you love her. Even on a first date, man. Like, let's say she's chilling there, right? Maybe you guys are like having your cocktails and stuff like that. You you are at your restaurant, or maybe at your bar, whatever. You're chilling. Let's say you're chilling, and then you cracked a joke and she's laughing there. She's having her best time with you. Just create just wait for her to actually crack out. If she crack out and she laughs on a joke that you cracked, like, just make the environment feel a little bit intimate by saying, you know what, like, I really love you, right? I love you. You look straight in her eyes, you see her soul, bruh. And if you do that, the whole environment is gonna be silent. Like, it's gonna be like, it might be an awkward silence, but it's gonna be like a silent moment whereby she's thinking, like, I was just laughing. Now I'm in this serious zone, and it's not just serious, but this dude just told me that like he loves me, right? So that's kind of dope, if you think of it, like, like out of the blue, out of nowhere. Maybe it's your second date. Maybe it's your second date. I mean, like, yeah, you can't tell a girl that you love her on your second time you meet her. No ways, bro. You're lying, bro. Unless you've been stalking her. I mean, in that case, you're not loving her. Come on, you can't love someone before. You need to. You can only like someone on your first or second date. The only time you're gonna love someone is when you have had experience with that person, right? That's where you might be qualified to say you love that person. Love at first sight, I don't believe in that thing, man. I think it's like at the first time you like someone, you be like, yo, I want that someone in my life. I want that someone to be my partner, right? You like the person. And after that, once you've, spoke with the person, you had like a couple of days, then you start realizing that, you know what, I want more out of this. I think I love this person. The more you like, if you start liking the person more, that's where you start developing feelings. And that's where you can claim that you're starting to fall in love with the person, right? Right? And then once you are sure, once everything kicked in and you're sure that, you know what, I'm hooked, I'm loving this person, that's when you can be like, you know what, I really love you. And you start crying. Don't cry. Don't weep, don't cry, because I made a video about why guys mustn't cry or be vulnerable in front of their women. If you haven't seen that video, it's in one of these videos on this channel. Just look for it, find it there, right? But hey, you can't say you love a person the first time you meet them. Never do that, because you'll be lying straight up. You are qualified to say that after a month, maybe after a month, because then you would have seen their flaws. You would have understood if you guys are vibing together or not. You watching Love Bites. Welcome to Love Bites. This is Love Bites, right? This is Love Bites. When a woman introduces toys in the bedroom, right? So this might be good and bad. A whole lot of guys out there, right? When your women start introducing toys in the bedroom, the first question that comes to your mind is like, what is she taking me for, right? Bruh, how dare you, right? I mean, it might be because you wanted to surprise you, but I think before women do that, they need to communicate with their partner. Imagine there, you're ready, you are pumped up, you're ready for the session and all those things. And out of the blue, bruh, bang, she pulls out this like thing that you never seen. You get traumatized. I mean, so that's why, I mean, like, it's not a bad thing to surprise your man with, like, things like that. But make sure that he's aware, because you can totally ruin the moment, right? Everything can shut down from the point you pull out that thing that you bought. So before you pulling that, make sure that, like, at least you have spoken about it at some point in your relationship, right? So that it doesn't become awkward and it doesn't become offensive, right? So if the other partner is okay with that, then you pulling it out under the bed or somewhere, and you coming like with it in the bedroom, it will be like, okay, cool, we spoke about this and I understand it, and nothing will shut down. Imagine, like, now, you are busy there, bruh, ready, and and it's just gonna be like a big disappointment, and it might end up your relationship. So, ladies, before you buy any kind of toys, talk with your man, and then there might have to be a big reason why you will actually just even want to introduce the toys. It might be because you no longer feeling the vibe, or you just want to make things a little bit interesting, or maybe there needs to be spice and a little bit of salt that has to be added to the whole experience. If that's the case, then and you just need to speak with your partner and be like, babe, you know what? I think we're missing a little bit of salt in this department, right? So we need to add something to it, because the taste is dying out, man. So for us to keep things going a little bit and making them more fun, I'm thinking maybe we should buy Jimmy, right? I think I think we need to buy Jimmy, or maybe something to spice it up. If he's cool with that and he understands that, then it means that you guys vibe together, you understand, and you can solve problems together. Of course, no relationship is perfect, man. But as guys, be open up for this type of things, man. If she introduced little Jimmy in the bedroom, man, like you need to be cool with that. Don't overthink it. Maybe it's just for the day. It's for a different experience. I don't know, but I know a lot of guys will be like, okay, what's wrong with me if you're gonna be introducing all these other things that are not human. So yeah, you gotta be careful with that. So how to tell if the girl that you dating is a gold digger or not, right? So yeah, let's just dive into that. Cool. First of all, most girls, they love money, which I don't see it as a problem. It's normal. Like, who doesn't love money? Even if you go to like an old lady and be like, yo, do you need like $50 or something like that? She'll be like, yo, bruh, I mean, like, what are you talking about? Just give it to me, right? So yeah, man, it's normal. Everyone wants money, and women also wants money, but you don't want to be in a relationship with a gold digger, man, because when your pockets are drying up, she's gonna fly, bruh, and she's gonna fly away with your heart, right? So how do you see if you're dating a gold digger or not, right? So first thing first, if she's expecting you to do all these fancy purchases that are out of your budget, if you're having any kind of a budget, that might be a sign, right? If she's sticking around you when you're having money and she's not available when you don't have money, that might be a second sign, right? And if you've been dating her most of the time, you need to see how she spends the money that you put in the account that is for what needs to be done for the house. Like, let's say you have 3 accounts. You have your own account, you have your other secret account, and you have this account that you just put money into it, so that like if there is an emergency or anything that's missing in the house, she can go use the card to cover up that, right? You need to monitor that card as a guy. Don't say anything about that card. Just say, yo, if there's something you need as like emergency, this is a card for you. It has a whole lot of money in there. Don't look at the balance. Just use it for what's important. Just give her that card for like a month or 2 and start seeing how she spend that money. Don't even question too much. Just give it the card and give it the pin. Right? If you start realizing that now she's buying all these weaves, all these unnecessary things, that thing starts showing you what kind of a lady you're getting into business with, right? So this person, if she's buying like a couple of things for you and then a couple of things, you know what's needed and you know what's not needed, bro. Come on. If she's gonna swipe like pedicure for like 500 or maybe like 1K or something like that, come on, it's gonna be a waste. If she's gonna do it, but if she be like, you know what, if she uses that card nicely, maybe you can be like, oh bro, like sometimes just spoil yourself, right? Maybe you just like hit her with a surprise and just give her like a good allowance for her to go spoil us, because that she's actually responsible by the actions that she was taking with the card that she had full access to, right? So that's how you know whether the money is what's keeping her or not. But most importantly, that's how you know if you are entering in a relationship with a responsible partner or not, right? Because if she can control how she see and use money, then she's worth keeping. I mean, who want to keep an expense in the house? You rather keep an asset and not an expense. And if she's an expense, bruh, you just gotta know she belongs to another guy, not you. She doesn't belong to the streets. She just belongs to another guy, just not you. Because every guy who, as a guy in any kind of relationship, you need to have intention. But any guy who's looking for a potential mother won't go for an expense in the house. But you will go for someone that you know she's responsible, she knows how to use money, she knows how to make money, she knows how to maintain the house in terms of what a woman, in terms of the women's status of, in terms of whatever that she needs to do in the house as a woman. And then, you know, if she knows her role and she's playing her role proper and you playing your part proper, and there are no like cats and dog fights in the house and stuff like that, and she's a responsible person, that's a woman you want to keep. But if she's an expense, man, just throw her out of the door before she throws you out of the door. Alright, I think I said enough. Women, they need to have things to think about. You don't need to make your relationship a nightmare for her to enjoy, but at least give her something that she will be mad about, so that the next time she can be able to laugh about it, right? So that when she's chilling there, she'll be like, you know what, this thing is being bothering me. So what's happening in that moment? She's thinking about you and the things that you did to offset her mind, right? So if you always, you know, not always, but if you sometimes add one or two little things that piss her off, that's better. It's gonna make her think of you most of the time, and you know, you're gonna see how she reacts towards your lame, the things that you're doing lame in the relationship. So yeah, man, if you give her that kind of a homework to actually start thinking if you are the right guy for her to be in a relationship with, if you're giving her that kind of a homework to do, right, you actually putting yourself in a better position to understand whether she's there to stay or whether, you know, she's just one of those that's gonna just come and go. So it's very healthy to make your woman angry, because you know she will then start appreciating all the happy moments that you guys shared. So it's very healthy. Just don't overdo it like anything else. Don't overdo it, but it's a little nugget that you need to be aware of, that no, it's not bad. It might feel bad in the moment when it's happening, but it's actually okay, and it's healthy for the relationship, because you guys then, you know, fights are healthy. Just make sure they don't occur most of the time. They occur one or twice, you know, like, you know, not always, you know. It's just something that will make, you know, they will make you understand like how your woman, if she takes a flipping pen and whip your head with a pen, you know that fight was good, and it just made you realize that this is not the woman you want to be with, because she just whipped you with a pen. All right, hence fights are good, because now you see how she's reacting. And then if you're a woman, just initiate like fight with your man just to see if he's gonna slap you, bro. You know from the get-go this is not what you've signed up for, right? But if you've never seen him like in that kind of a mode, then you're kind of running at a risk of committing to something that you haven't fully explored, right? So if you push your man to the edge and he's actually dealing with the situation the way you expect your man to deal with, then you know this is the type of man I want to keep. But if you push your man to the limit and you find that like the way he changes, the way he behaves, the way he disciplines you is the way you don't really see yourself being disciplined. Like, bro, you cut that thing. You don't even waste time. You cut that thing, cause the more you guys grow together, right, the more he or she feels like I'm entitled to be as angry as I can, cause she or he has nowhere to go after this, right? So if you figure out like how your partner acts at the early stages of your relationship, it's better, bruh. Make him or her angry and see if she's gonna break the stuff in the house, if she's gonna break the TV or he's gonna break the TV, if he's gonna smash your phone and stuff like that. If that's the type of things that turns you on, man, whoa, you have a relationship going on there. But if you don't wanna be brutalized and abused in the near future, then you would know that this is a relationship I want to cut. I don't want to deal with this kind of mess. I don't want to. If you're a dude and you be like, you know what, I don't like my woman shouting at me, initiate a fight and see how she's going to act, right? And from there, you will make a decision, right? And you do it again the next time. And then if she does that, you need to find a proper way of dealing with it. Because at the end of the day, there will be problems and you guys will be fighting, and you don't want to be in a position whereby you feel like you don't have a say in the relationship. So if he's fighting in a way that is not tolerable for you, then that's a relationship you want to cut off. But if he or she is fighting in a way that you find sexy, all right, you want to keep that, because that turns you on. So yeah, find a partner that you feel most comfortable with and compatible with. All right. Yeah, I think I said enough, man. I think I said a whole lot of things. Woo! Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about you and her. Let's talk about long distance relationships, right? So long distance relationships are mostly guaranteed that they're not gonna work. Come on, bro. Check. You're not around or she's not around. You feeling vulnerable there. You want someone to, like pat you on the shoulder, give you some wipes there, and listen to your stories, laugh with, chill with, have fun, create memories and stuff like that. If your partner is not there and you can only have that on Zoom or on WhatsApp calls or stuff like that, it's not the same as when the person is there holding you, right? Come on, that's obvious. So hence, most like long distance relationship, they don't work out. If you wanna make it work out, you need to be fully committed to it. Maybe legally, you need to make a sign a contract that if you ever cheat, I'm gonna sue. Zoom, WhatsApp, and all those type of communication channels or mediums. Those things, they're not the same as a real physical presence. Cause when you're with a person in real life, you feel a different way, a more what you call it, a more true sense of presence, if I could put it like that, than if you're having a Zoom call. Because someone can literally be having a Zoom call like, yo baby, I miss you here, while there's someone sitting like here, right? So it loses its value like that, right? So but if you're there with your person, you're holding them like with like their hands, you're touching their cheeks. If they have beard, you're just busy stroking the beard. If you're a girl, and then you're just doing that, or you're busy like just teasing them a little bit. That's what makes love to feel like it's love. When you're there, being friendly and playing with your partner and enjoying the moment. You can do those things on over WhatsApp. And then you can't really do those things when you are like many miles away, right? You need to at least be close, because the people that she's close with, the friend that she's close with, will end up being the boyfriend or the girlfriend, because they are there for your partner. Every time she needs, closure, every time she needs like comfort, the person is there, right? If your friend also is spending so much time with your girlfriend, just know that, like, just be prepared to get the news that your friend is dating your girlfriend, because the more she, like, anyone who she's spending more time with will be the person that she falls in love with. I think that's very simple. Like, for you to fall in love with a person, you need to spend more time with that person, right? Because that's where the magic gets created. Not when you are strangers, not when you're talking after 5 or 10 days. No, when you are there to create memories. That's what creates the chemistry. Memories, good memories and bad memories, right? Fun time and bad times. Getting to know someone better, right? So if your friend is getting to know your girlfriend better than you do, she's gonna be taken, and you're gonna hate on your friend. And then that's a bad thing, because your friend did the good thing and did the part that you were not doing. Your friend was filling in the gaps that you're not doing. So if you're gonna have a friend, just make sure your friend understands the boundaries. but you can't control your girl. Also, just make sure that, like, you are with a girl that knows the boundaries. You are with a girl that respects you, right? If she changes her mind and go for someone in your circle, just know that, like, she was never meant for you. And don't be angry to another guy. Just know that, like, she is a woman who's looking for something that's better, and she didn't find it in you. If she doesn't find it in the next person, she'll move on to the next person, right? Same as you. If you're not finding anything as a guy, if you're not finding anything that you look for in a lady, you will move to the next one. And if it happened to be her friend, then hey, that's her friend. I don't see a problem with it. And then if come on. If your friend end up dating your girlfriend, that should be a good sign that you were lacking something that you need to improve on your next. Maybe you've chosen the wrong girl. Maybe you need an eye for good girls, right? You watching Love Bites. Welcome to Love Bites. This is Love Bites, right? This is Love Bites.